Alright guys, welcome to our first YouTube video here with Jackson's Detailing. Today we got a beautiful 2017 Mercedes Benz S63 AMG in black. It's got the carbon fiber exterior package, so we got carbon fiber diffuser, mirrors, side skirts, and front bumper. This vehicle is ridded with water spots and contamination. It is full body PPF, so we're going to be going through, removing all those water spots, removing all that contamination. We're going to do an engine bay deep clean. We're going to deep clean the rims with acid, and then we are going to pull it in the shop. We're going to do a full polish with Gyeon PPF Renew, and then we're going to throw down a layer of Gyeon Cancoat Evo to all the paint, the rims, and then we're going to polish all the glass and lay down Armour Detail Supply glass coating. So it's going to be an absolute banger. It's going to look amazing when we're done, and I'm just absolutely jacked to get right into it. So once our engine bay is lightly agitated, we're just going to go through and fire up the leaf blower and just kind of blow out the little pooling of liquid in there. So we don't want it to be pooled up, and you're just taking care of it. So with wheels like this, when we're doing a correction type level detail, to decontaminate the tire, you're actually going to take tar remover. And what you'll see a lot of detailers do is go through, clean the tire, and then take Terminator or something with a terry towel after the tire's dry. But with a tire, especially like this, with this accordion, type rubber, it's just a lot easier to go through and spray it and then agitate with your tire brush, and then rinse it, and then if there's anything left, you'll come back, loop through, and make sure it's nice and clean before putting your tire dressing on afterwards. So just get it on there. You're gonna let it sit. It's gonna break down that old tire dressing and help get rid of that browning effect that you usually see on tires. So you can actually almost see the tire dressing literally coming off as you're scrubbing. The tire should feel nice and slick again, and you're gonna see it almost be hydrophobic. And then just give a really thorough rinse. And with our initial cleaning, we're going to use acid. We're going to be really careful with this. We're just going to try and get it in behind here, get in the barrels of the wheel, really, because acid is going to do such a better job at eating away at that contamination, especially after a winter. So we're just going to go ahead, take our acid in behind these barrels here, little spritzes. And then you're just going to let it dwell. So after you've let your wheel acid sit for 30 seconds to a minute, definitely do this in shade. As you can see, we got our canopy going here. You don't want to do this in direct sunlight. So you're running the wheels kind of up and down the pH scale. So you're running it down with acid. This is a low pH, so you're getting rid of all that contamination. And then we're going to go through with Dark Fury, which is our alkaline cleaner, so high pH. And we're going to go through with our agitation. So this is Superior Dark Fury diluted in around 4:1. So typically I'll just go back through with our alkaline and I'll give that tire another quick scrub. And then I'll take our lamb's wool mitt. This one's from Obsessed Garage. The Reg Company's got a nice new set. They're pretty cheap, but I prefer lamb's wool for wheels for getting in those nooks and crannies. With this, you can really get behind the spokes, as you can see. So you're grabbing behind them. You're really just getting it nice and clean. Take your brush, make sure you get into any of those little spots around the wheel. Try and get that brake caliper if you can. And now you're gonna go in and you're gonna hit the barrel of the wheel. So just be really careful, you're not jabbing it into anything. And just get that wheel nice and clean. Getting in behind that brake caliper really nice here. Make our way all the way around the rim. Then you're washing your brush. Rinse off your brush after every use. And then go through and rinse your tire and we should have a nice clean wheel. So when I'm done cleaning the wheel, I'll take some sort of rinse on, spray off sealant. So I like Kosyami protector wax. Gyeon Wet Coat's another one that you're probably familiar with, but just take it and just spritz it on there. Make sure you get in the barrels nice, and it's just gonna help beat it up, make it easier to clean next time you're in there. So now we've deep cleaned the rim, we've got some protection on there. We're gonna go around, do all the other four, and then we'll get in for our pre-wash process. All right, so we just finished doing all the wheels. They're deep cleaned, so we're gonna go now and do our pre-wash. So we're gonna start off with a high pH pre-wash. So we're gonna use just APC. You can use a dedicated pre-wash if you want. I'm out of some right now, so we're just using APC. We're gonna fill it up with soap and then foam up the vehicle, rinse it, and then we're going to do an acid pre-wash. So we're bringing it up on the pH scale, and then we're bringing it down here to attack any type of water spots, essentially, is what we're going after with the acid pre-wash. And then we'll go in, foam it up again with just pH neutral car soap, and hand wash the whole entire vehicle. Then we'll rinse it, and we'll get it in the garage. So since this vehicle is not a daily driver, this vehicle is stored in the winter here in the Sioux. It doesn't have as much contamination as your regular daily driver would. So we're going to hope that our dedicated acidic pre-wash is going to help break down a lot of that. If it doesn't, we're going to go in with a little iron remover and agitate it that way. We're not going to go in and use clay. On a vehicle like this where it's full body PPF, you cannot be using clay. You're going to mar the crap out of that PPF and then it's cooked. You're done. So make sure you're using chemical decontamination anytime you're on a vehicle like this. I would even recommend this if this vehicle wasn't PPF'd and you're just working on a black vehicle. You really want to make sure you're using as much chemical as you can to decontaminate rather than just going straight in with some clay, marring the crap out of that paint, and then it just looks worse. So you really want to make sure you get your pre-wash under these lower parts of your rear bumper, your fronts too, but the rears really get kicked up and dirty, so you want to make sure you get some good amount of foam under there. Basically, just going to immediately rinse since this back side is in the sun. So I'm just going to get it off of the paint here. So we just foamed up our vehicle with a alkaline pre-wash. Now we're going to go in with an acidic pre-wash to help attack some of those minerals. So what you're going to do is take your normal foam cannon amount of soap, so about 100 mils or whatever, and then you're going to take 50 to 100 mils of acid. I use 3D acid Maguire wheel cleaner. So mix in your acid in with your car soap in your foam cannon. Don't be alarmed when you see that it's not foaming. That's normal when you put the acid in. You can see the foam comes out not foamy, but what we're doing is getting these water spots attacked. On the windows, it's great for eating up that mineral on the window. We are going to polish it, so it's all right, but we're just getting it on there. Come to the other side. can already see that the hydrophobic properties on the paint of any sealant that was on there, whatever was on this paint, is already performing much, much better. Minerals is going to be the #1 source of clogging your paint's protection. You can really see on the glass, it's just working great. So when you're using an acidic pre-wash like this, you really want to jam water in these kind of sections where soap can accumulate, because you don't want that acidic soap sitting in there dwelling on your plastic, especially in a vehicle like this. So make sure you're really thoroughly rinsing. You're getting it all off. So we got our pH neutral car soap in the bucket. We're just going to go through now and give it a nice little hand wash. Always make sure you're lifting up your wipers and getting under there. So I'll hit that section, come back, rinse in your rinse bucket here, and we'll come through. And we'll hit all this section. I like to obviously wait and hit my lower parts of the car last, just because they're dirtiest. Try and get your mitt or wash pad or whatever in behind the door handle as well. So go through, hit your whole hood. And then come through, hit your whole front clip. So for emblems on a car like this, typically I'll take some iron remover and a soft bristle brush and just slightly agitate. It just helps get some of the debris and gunk and make these nice V8 bi-turbo logos look all nice again. So make sure you get in there. On this S63. Now on this one, I'm gonna actually just go ahead and rinse it right away because it's in the sun back here. And it really just makes those logos look so much better. And for our front section here, we'll take one of our palm grip, soft grip brushes. Just give it a quick rinse. I'll dip it in our wash bucket here, get some soap on it, and then go try and get our front grille here as best as we can. So our last final step is going to be to go around and spray some iron remover in the harder spots. So just behind your wheels, essentially. Maybe that back end clip is usually your most contaminated parts of your vehicle. So we're going to take our car soap. This is just pH neutral P&S Pearl soap. So take it, go around right now, and we're gonna hit it with Iron Buster in all those spots, and then we're gonna foam it up, and with pH neutral soap, it'll give those spots a little extra dwell time, and it'll help neutralize everything else. So it's a win-win. So I'm not a fan of using $18 in iron remover every time you decon a vehicle, but you got to do what you got to do with it sometimes. But try and use acid and use it as a last resort, right? Is your best bet. Always get your wheels, because remember, always foam up your wheels at this step, because remember we did acid wash them, so it's just a precaution to get them pH neutral again. When you're about to dry your vehicle, I absolutely love the 1500 from the Rag Company. Always make sure you take it, and then once you lay it down on a flat area, the hood, the trunk. Make sure you give it a good once over. Just look at it. Make sure there's nothing in it. Flip it over, same thing. Now, once you got it flipped over, give yourself a couple spritzes. And now we're just drying. So I'll always try and dry the part that's going to be in the sun the most first, just because you don't want that water drying, right? We wanted to keep all those water spots. We just did all that work getting them off, and then to put your protection on and then let it sit there and get them all back again is not the smartest, right? So we're going to come through, no pressure. You're just gliding it across. And just like that, your surface is dry. So now I'm just going to take the leaf blower and go through and just blow out the cracks and crevices of water. And yeah, just further dry it. So now you can really see with our tires, after using our tar removal step in the initial cleaning process, scrubbing it down, all that browning that you typically see when you're done cleaning is all off, and your tires look absolutely amazing. They look nice and clean, and they're ready for a nice layer of tire shine. And just like that, the car's decontaminated, it's dry, it's all ready to be corrected. The PPF is ready to be polished. and it looks amazing. So let's pull it inside. So we just got this gorgeous S63 AMG fully decontaminated. It's in the shop here, it's nice and dry. It's full body PPF, so we're gonna be doing a full rejuvenation polish on it. So we're gonna be using PPF Renew with Rupes yellow foam pad throughout the whole entire vehicle, wherever there's PPF. And it's just gonna hopefully bring that clarity back to it. We're not really looking to remove, we're not correcting here, we're just bringing back that life to the film, and if we can remove a little bit of swirls, that would be great, but that's not the goal here. Now, in the areas of glass, we're going to be using Glass Polish Plus with a microfiber pad. That's going to help get into the window nice, and then we're going to lay down Armour Detail Supply glass on all of the glass, front, side, and back, and then we're going to be using Gyeon Cancoat Evo on all of the paint and the wheel faces. For the tires, this is my go-to for low profile tires, Armour Detail Supply's Ghost. This stuff works absolutely amazing. Now for the rear taillights, I noticed they did have a little bit of swirls in them, so I'm going to go in with heavy cut and then finish up with micro cut with a microfiber pad and a foam pad to help bring those back to life as well. And then on the interior, there's a little bit of piano black that I'd like to do what I can about that. So we're going to take our one cut and finish from Koshemi. We're just going to go in with a little towel and hopefully just do a little hand polish, see if we can get some of that in there and make it look a little better for the customer. Overall, this vehicle looks amazing already, just after our thorough wash and decon process, but we're really going to take it to the best it can possibly look in its current condition, so stay tuned. So right now I'm applying Armour Detail Supply Ghost to the tires. I like to do this with the Boar's Hair Detail Factory palm brush, I guess you would call it, and then with Ghost I use a Koshemi tip, just because if you use Ghost, you definitely know what I'm talking about, but you just use it spray once, you got to go and rinse it out the sprayer, which I don't really like to do because it clogs the sprayers and cures and then it's useless. So I use this and then, you know, it doesn't really cure it up, so just put a little in there and then you're working into the tire. You can see it goes on blue. On tires like this, nice low profile, I really prefer this tire dressing over anything else. I think it just gives it a great look, especially if you do 2 layers. So I have the car overnight, so what I'm going to do is put this first layer on, really let it you know, soak in, try and get a lot on there. And then what I'll do in the morning is I'll come and throw on a second layer and then just come and buff it off as soon as it's done its flashing thing, whatever you want to call it. Make sure when you're going through, if you get any on the rim, just come in and just give it a quick wipe. Just get it off that rim. Just because it's like, you don't want it on there, obviously. So, simple as that. I'm going to work it in with my finger. You want to get it nice and primed. A good amount of polish on there. You want to set yourself up in a position where you have your light coming in at you so you can see what you're doing and you can look through your polish while you're polishing to make sure that you're doing the correct thing. So we're just going to work it down. All you're trying to do is work those abrasives down and finish it out. That's really all we're doing here. So I'm going to go speed 1, spread it around. And then we'll probably go for like speed out of 5, about 3.5. No pressure, really light pressure. You're just working it down. And then we'll check our results and just see what we're working with. So to wipe our polish, I have a bucket of rinseless wash here with a Eagle Edges 500. I'm just gonna wring it out as much as I can. Square it up as you normally would fold it, and then just lightly wipe your polish away. So we got 2 towels here. So your first one, you're just gonna try and get that off. And to me, I can already tell it did wonders. It looks so much better. Like so much better. So we're probably just gonna try and knock out this whole side of the hood right here. This, I guess it would be in like 3 sections. So we'll just work it around. I don't know if I want a little more polish, maybe. I think so. So. So like so, and we want to be looking through the polish, make sure we get those water spots removed. That's our main goal here. Take your polish. This is a fresh pad, so I'm going to prime it good. Oops. You're looking at the polish the whole time. You're really looking. You got to pay attention to the polish breaking down. Once you see it broken down, stop polishing. Especially with this polish, you're really just letting those abrasives break down, crunch together and round off, and help smooth it out. Essentially, that's what's in there, is literally abrasives that you're working down. It's diminishing, so you have to work it down and you got to look for it. So you're looking through the polish with your lights. We got 250 watt floodlights courtesy of the Shine Doctor, prescription from the Shine Doctor, I should say. So that's what we got down on us. So we're looking through the polish as we're going, and really just make sure that you're doing your job. You know, you're letting the polish do its thing. take a little polish. And we're just gonna start working it in. So for the windshield itself, we are going to machine polish it. So we're going to use Shine Supplied Glass Polish Plus and polish the whole entire windshield. So we just wrapped up prep wiping the whole entire vehicle. Everything's completely clean. We're gonna go in with Gyeon Cancoat Evo on all our painted surfaces. And then we're gonna go in with Armour Detail Supply Glass on all of our glass. So let's get right into it. So we have our, don't shake vigorously, but try and stir up your coating, especially Gyeon Cancoat Evo. This is how I do it. Just put 3 dots. And then I'll rip a line down the middle and then start working it in. I'm gonna knock out half this hood at a time. You can spread this stuff really thin and it still gets good coverage. So it's great on PPF. It's gonna last about a year. And this customer is going to get some great hydrophobic properties out of it. The paint's completely clean, so it's going to be an awesome experience for the customer. So I'll take my short nap pearl. You can pretty much like immediately feel the slickness of it. Feels great. So just level it, no pressure here. Flip the towel. Don't rush. Just get through. Nice even wipe. Make sure it's all good. This stuff wipes off really easy. It's easy to tell if you've got any left on there. So go like that. Then take a higher nap towel. I'm using an Eagle Edgeless. Go through. Just give yourself that assurance that it's completely gone. Boom. So take it again. Now I'll just kind of use 2. And we'll knock the whole other side of the hood out. Get our perimeter. Boom. Just like that. We're done the hood. So I'm going to go around now do the rest of the vehicle and I'll catch up with you when I come and do the glass. So we just went through, we coated everything with Gyeon Cancoat Evo. Looks amazing, very easy coating to deal with. Now we're gonna quickly coat the glass with Armour Detail Supply glass coating. So I like to do some circles. You can pretty much immediately wipe this stuff off, and it feels incredibly slick. I think I'm very happy with this coating. After just applying that first layer immediately, and we're gonna lay down, and we're gonna come in and we're gonna do straight up and down. Now this is gonna help the rain go straight down the windshield. And this is straight from Armour Detail Supply. This is how they recommend to apply their coating. So, doesn't have a very nice smell, I'll say that. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna throw us 2 layers on that other side there, and then we're gonna come through. This roof is glass, so we're gonna do that, 1 layer. And then we're gonna go 1 layer on the mirrors, side windows, and rear window. So I'll show you the results when we're done. All right, so we finally wrapped up this Mercedes S63 AMG, all black. It's full body PPF. We gave it a quick polish with Gyeon PPF Renew to get rid of the water spots. And then we coated the whole entire thing with Gyeon Cancoat Evo, and we got Armour Detail Supply on all the glass, front, back, and sides. So yeah, let's check out the results.